What's up guys, welcome to this video. This is first video on the SpeedlessMess YouTube channel. I hope the word SpeedlessMess is self-explanatory. I don't wanna yap for too long, but just so you guys can catch up with the story and where we are sitting right now, what's up with the car and what's going on. I have my green MX5 NB and imagine 3 years ago, 2021, hot summer evening, around 10 PM, I was just cavity waxing my car so it doesn't rust, you know, Mazdas. And there were my friends, we were talking, chilling, and there was also my friend Lucas, which he is also part of this YouTube channel. And we were basically talking. He doesn't have a cool Japanese car, so I'm always spamming him all the time. And basically, one evening the one car popped up. It was this purple MX5, but it was kinda a long drive. It was 4 or 5 hours away in Prague, and it was already evening, and we knew that this car will be sought after, so in the end we went. We started the trip around the midnight. I was sleeping on the back seat, my friends were driving, and long story short, in the morning we called the owner, we saw the car, it was a lot more rough than on the pictures. Also, I think not many panels were straight. It had an incident from the behind, from the back, and Lucas said that he was thinking, and it was a lot of job for this car, so I understand he didn't want it, whatever. So ever since I got my green NB, my dad really likes these cars, so I just called him. He was curious of the outcome because he knew about our trip. So I told him that Lucas didn't want the car, so we were about to drive home, and he told me that if I want to, we can buy the car for my dad, and that's basically what happened. It was 3 years ago, so the prices of these cars were starting to go up. In my opinion, this was one of the last cars for a really good price, with really a lot of work. We got the car, we started to drive the car back home, and when we were driving, everything was good. We knew about some flaws of the car, but it was supposed to make it home, but it didn't. About 1.5 hours before home, basically a huge bang from the engine bay, the car stopped. It was also at the end of a turn, so poor visibility. Cars were driving pretty fast around it, a lot of stress. What happened? Long story short, spark plug thread was stripped. There was no way to get the car back under its own power. So I called Dad and we towed the car back home. It was a long night, we were all super tired, but we did it. So the car was home, not running. I spoke with the previous owner. We decided to keep the car. I wanted my dad to enjoy the car at least for the rest of the summer. We basically did a new thread for the spark plug, but the car was running really bad. I didn't know why. It was leaking coolant all the time. My green NB was road-knocking. It had a bad engine, and at the time I didn't have the knowledge how to fix all that. Basically what happened, why it took so long to get to this point, was because me and my dad, we started building this garage in my family's old barn, and it took around, I don't know, 2 years, I think, to get there, then 1 year to restore my green NB, and now we are here. So right now we have bare shell. First thing is gonna be the underbody. We will have to take everything off and put new layers of everything on it. It will take some time, it's a messy job, but it has to be done. Then we have to prep the car for paint. So that will be a lot of sanding, a lot of wonder, a lot of time. Then we will send it out for paint. I hope as much ready as possible. And the new color is gonna be a sunburst yellow. This car had an impact on the back panel. I will insert some pictures. And it was all mangled up, which my friend fixed because we got another half of another MX5 with it. He welded up the classic spots which rust on these cars. So arches and this part, it's in some kind of primer right now. And also he had to change this one. So almost bare shell. So underbody, get it ready for paint. Then what we have is all the bolts. All the bolts, these are not all the bolts, but most of the bolts will be sent to zinc plating. Then we have the underbody components. That's basically it. This car is gonna be mostly stock. It's for my parents, for my dad to enjoy, so they don't need anything crazy. They just need safe, reliable car. So yeah, this is the state of things. If you want mods, for mods is this car. This is my green MB. Most of the things we will do to this car, I already did to this car, to green MB. Everything is ready for getting off the underbody. The tools I'm gonna be using are these adapters and the drill bit. So it's gonna be a lot of work. This is the before. Okay guys, 5 days later, or it took 5 days, it's more than 5 days later. Now we are at the stage where most of the underbody is off. That was the hardest part. Now, as you can see, there is still some left in these crevices and tight places. But most of it is off. The toughest layer is off. Now we will have to get off the rest of it. I already tried this spot. It went pretty easy. So for this step we are about to use this abrasive wheel and something like this. There is just a small change of plans. I spoke with the guy which is gonna be painting the car. We are gonna prep the car, but he's gonna paint it, the outside. And he said that it won't be ideal basically to have the underbody done because it's gonna be yellow, and if he's about to maybe overspray somewhere, maybe into the wheel arches, there would be basically different color, and that's not wanted. So this underbody process will be split into 2 videos. This video will end with the underbody in epoxy primer. As you can see, it's kind of ready. Looks nice, looks clean. Almost everything is off. There were a few places, you can see here, there was rust, so it's all off. On those places I will apply rust inhibitor. As I just showed, the underbody is in epoxy primer. I'm happy for that. This is the worst step in my opinion, but it's pretty much needed. There was some rust underneath, not a lot, but if we are doing all of it, it's nice to get it off so it won't cause problems in the future. I know this video was a lot of talking. Thank you for watching. And I hope the next videos will be less talking and more things done or happen. So thank you for that and see you in the next one.